And he causes all, the small and the great, and the rich and the poor, and the free men and the slaves, to be given a mark on their right hand or on their forehead. And he provides that no one will be able to buy or sell except the one who has the mark, either the name of the beast or the number of his name. Revelation 13:16-17. This article entitled The Mark, Scientist Claims Human Microchip Implants Will Become Not Optional. So scientists are now, and have been for some time now, agreeing with what is being said in the Bible prophecy. So, needless to say, they are a little late, but better late than never. They actually see and agree and now believe many things that has been prophesied or predicted in the Bible is true and is or will come to pass. Technologies designed specifically to track and monitor human beings have been in development for at least 2 decades. In the virtual realm, software programs are now capable of watching us in real time, going so far as to make predictions about our future behaviors and sending alerts to the appropriate monitoring station, depending on how a computer algorithm flags your activity. That is in and of itself a scary proposition. What may be even scarier, however, is what's happening in the physical realm. According to researchers working on human embedded microchips, it's only a matter of time before the systems achieve widespread acceptance. Chances are you're carrying a couple of RFID microchips right now. And if you are, they're sending out a 15-digit number that identifies you. That number can be picked up by what's called an ISO compliant scanner, and they're everywhere too. It's not possible to interact with society in a meaningful way by not having a mobile phone. I think human implants are likely to go along a very similar route. It would be such a disadvantage to not have the implant that it essentially becomes not optional. So what that is really saying is that the implant is not necessarily going to be forced on people. People are actually going to want this because they need it to essentially survive at the way the technology is going. Your initial reaction to this idea may be one of disbelief. There's no way society will accept such a device. Why would anyone want to implant this in their body? Consider for a moment where we are right now. For decades, Americans rejected the notion that they would submit to being tracked or recorded. Yet, just about every American now carries a mobile phone. They're so prevalent, in fact, that many consider it a right, prompting the government to actually provide subsidies for those who can't afford one on their own. And of course, the government is glad to do that because they want everyone to have one, because they want to be able to track everyone. Embedded in every one of those phones is an RFID chip that can track our every movement via GPS or cell tower triangulation. Moreover, those microphones and cameras that come standard on every phone can be remotely activated by law enforcement surveillance systems, a capability that has existed since the early 2000s. But as intrusive as these devices are, they are accepted as the norm by billions of people worldwide. Not only that, but no one had to force them on us. We are, it seems, the master of our own enslavement, and we pay top dollar to have the best tracking device money can buy. Granted, one can simply disconnect from the grid by throwing away their cell phone, but the direction these new monitoring technologies are moving, coupled with continued government expansion of surveillance, suggests that microchip RFID technology will eventually be non-voluntary. This technology is going to keep spreading. It's going to become harder and harder to avoid it. And it is easy to imagine what a tyrannical government could do. A tyrannical government, what they could do with the ability to track everyone or cut you off from being able to buy and sell at the touch of a button, is pretty disconcerting to think about. And it's easy to imagine what a tyrannical government could do with this kind of technology. If it wanted to, it could use it to literally track the movement and behavior of everyone. And one day, this kind of technology will likely be so pervasive that you won't be able to open a bank account, get a credit card, or even buy anything without having either your hand or your face scanned first. This is something I saw probably 2 or 3 decades ago coming, because I used to work at a company called MCI Telecommunications, who was on the cutting edge of technology at one point. And a lot of the things that they foresaw, they showed us in a video, basically a peek into the future. And now this stuff is really starting to come to fruition because of the technological advancements. And when I initially saw it, I knew, because of my knowledge of the Bible, being raised in church, that the technology that was coming would be working in collaboration with the fulfillment of Bible prophecy, in particular to the mark of the beast. So, as usual, I will put the link to this article in the description of this video so that you can read it in its entirety. But I just gave you pretty much the crux of the article. Thank you for listening. God bless. Peace and love.